Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, today I've got the Skydio 2 and I am out at the Snake River Canyon at Dedication Point. So we're going to take the Skydio up and we're going to fly it with the controller and see if we can get some cinematic footage with this guy. I've got two batteries. I don't know if we'll use them both, but we very well may. This thing is, I think, is underrated with regard to the camera. The camera on this thing is really nice. The colors really pop on it. And for somebody like me that doesn't spend a bunch of time color grading and so forth, that works pretty good. So it's a beautiful blue sky day in Idaho here today. And very little wind, if any at all. So let's put the thing up in the air. Let's take it out over the canyon and see if we can get some good video. Okay, the Skydio 2 is trying to connect to the aircraft right now. Or excuse me, the controller is trying to connect to the aircraft. This simply says connecting. It says ready to fly, so I'm going to hit fly now. Starting the autonomy engine. Okay, so here we go. It is the aircraft is facing me, so I'm just going to go ahead and hold to take off. Okay, I've got the aircraft facing us. Let me turn this camera around. So anyway, so we got it in the air, and one thing that's new since the last time I looked at this is that we do actually have telemetry on here now. So the last time I flew with the controller, it was before they did the update with telemetry. So we're not going to do motion track. The first thing that I would like to do here is let's just fly it around a little bit, and we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is a manual droney. So I'm going to go reverse and up. So we're going away from the canyon, and that's the trail. You're looking at the trail that I walked down to get here. So I am full stick down on the right stick, and it's going about, I don't know, 10 or 11 miles an hour. So I hear an aircraft, guys. I'm turning around and I'm way away from him, but there is a very low flying aircraft in the canyon. I'm going to turn this camera around so hopefully you can see it. So look at how low that guy is flying in the Snake River Canyon. And that's where we're going to be flying the drone here in a few minutes. Yeah, let's see if we can catch him. He ducked down below here, so I don't have a view of him, but I'm telling you, that is the kind of stuff, that is the reason that you need to be pay attention when you're flying these drones. And obviously the Skydio was way away from where that guy was at. But as you guys know, I often fly over the canyon, so that's why you have to have your ears listening at all time for that kind of aircraft. Yeah, he's a long ways away from us now. But manned aircraft always have the right of way, so just making the point that you gotta pay attention. Okay, so that said, I think we should, I think we ourselves should take a flight out over the canyon. Let's let's yaw around a little bit here so you can kind of get the lay of the land. Kind of doing a slow yaw. That's facing kind of northwest, essentially there. We're probably pretty much due north here. That's the highway that I came in on. And there's the parking lot where my vehicle is parked. But I think, as you can see, the Skydio does pretty good as a cinematic drone. We're at 77% battery, so we're doing well. Okay, so I am comfortable that that aircraft is way off in the distance now, so we're going to go out over the canyon. And I am full stick forward, and it's about 10 miles an hour. Let's hit the boost here and see what it takes it up to. So there's boost. That really kicks it up. So that's about a 34, 35 miles an hour. Okay, we'll let off the boost here because we're trying to get cinematic. I just love the canyon here, and we're kind of facing towards the sun, although the sun now is a little bit higher in the sky as we get through the month of February now. Not as low as it was not long ago. It would have been practically on the horizon. Just the regular mode here is really good for cinematic. Okay, let's see if we can do a slow turn here. So we're facing away from the sun here, so this should yield us some pretty nice looking video, and I can tell you on the FPV screen it looks frickin' awesome. I'll tell you, if I would have if I'd have been over the top of the canyon, even when that little red private aircraft flew by, believe it or not, he would have been well below me. He was flying low in the canyon. So I'm trying to keep the controller pointed at the drone, and it seems to be doing well. I have not had any kind of a FPV dropout or anything. It's we've got a really good connection. Let's see if we can get closer to the canyon wall here. Canyon wall is where it gets kind of interesting here. A lot of stuff to look at. One of the things about this drone is, and I just kicked the turbo boost in here, is that you don't have to worry about it. With its obstacle avoidance. You know, it's not like you're going to fly into the side of the canyon or anything. It won't let it do it. Really good connection here. I'm going to drop the gimbal just a tad. Boy, it's just a beautiful day today. I feel just a slight breeze. I forgot to look at UAV forecast before we took off. I'll get a shot of that though. I mean, I'm going to say the temperature is in the mid 40s or so. What's kind of surprising me, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, there's a ton of little midges flying around. They are pesky as all get out. Okay, so I hit the boost again. And we are almost half a mile out. 227 feet high. And typically, you know, like I said, we've got a great connection here. I know there's a lot of people that complain about the connection, but man, this is awesome. I saw just a little bit of stuttering there, not much. Let's see if we can get out to a mile. We're at 0.8 of a mile right now. Yeah, and it's starting to stutter now. Yeah, connection lost. Skydio is 2 is returning to launch point. So we got about 0.8 of a mile. So that's over a kilometer. I don't know. That's what you can do with like the Hubsan Xeno. So let's see how quick it comes back to us here. We're still locked on that picture. Connection lost, it says again. Connection regained. Yeah, so it's just flying backwards. That's kind of interesting. Well, that's good. That'll be some good footage because the sun will be behind it. So this will be great. We're down to 44% battery. So it's taking a direct route, so it's going to come back over the top of the canyon here. This is going to look really good. This is going to be great footage. 42% battery, so we're in good shape. I didn't pay any attention to how long we've been recording here, or how long it's in the air. So yeah, so it's over the top of the edge of the canyon here. I'm getting the shade here so I can get a better view of the FPV. And here she comes. It's definitely taking a direct route. I don't know about you guys, but that's freaking cool. Oh man. I'm tickled to death. It's I can hear the drone, and we will see. It almost looks like a little landing strip we'll see on the edge here. It's not a landing strip. I don't know what it was used for, but there's a little kind of a strip that we'll see, and we'll know when we see that it's pretty close to us. And it's just about directly overhead. Yeah, so there's that little strip coming into view there. It's got a bunch of brush and stuff in it, but so it's almost directly over the top of us now. Yeah, 3 feet distance. So we're going to cancel that, and Let's turn it around the other way. We don't have a lot of battery left, so let's go the other way here. Wow, that was fast. So that was full yaw that I started off with there. Sorry about that jerky movement, but let's just go across the top here, get some more video of the edge of the canyon. I just always thought that this looked really cool. So when we get down to, I won't mess around. We get down to 25% or so, I'll bring it back to us, because you know, discretion is the better part of valor. This isn't a contest to see how much flight time we can get out of a battery. Dustin Dunhill will do that one for us. I love Dustin's videos. The guy's got some courage, man, I'm telling you. This is just such a beautiful landscape. I know I keep saying it over and over again, but every time I come out here, I'm just stunned and amazed. So I'm going to turn around over here. Yeah, this is that spot where I believe the Boy Scouts painted the little, where they made a little rock compass pointing. I guess that points due north. It looks a little bit off to me, but you know, maybe that's just probably my sense of direction. I'm sure the Boy Scouts know better than I do. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so we're down to about 24%. So we will we'll take a quick look at this, and then I think it says "I love you, Mom" in the other rocks there. We've seen that before, but let's turn it around and bring it home. We don't want to have to go chasing out in the desert after this thing. So we're coming directly back to us. Let's hit that turbo boost and watch that battery and see how quick it drops. And that really kicks the speed up. That takes it from about 10 or 11 miles an hour up to about 34. And yes, it definitely does start sucking down battery. So there we are, right at the right there at the edge. Okay, let's. Ooh, gimbal obstructed. I don't know what that was about. That's kind of weird. So I slowed down real fast. So I don't know if that, you know, what if that could have affected it or what. I'm looking right at the drone here. We'll fly it right into us. I'm going to see if I can get it to where you can see it on the camera. Okay, so I'm going to hold land and see if I can catch it. There we go. Hand catch. Boy, so you're hearing some motorcycles off in the distance. So This highway that comes in here that goes out to Swan Falls Dam, it's pretty sparsely traveled, so guys tend to come out here on their bikes and do speed runs and stuff. Okay, I'm going to shut down the camera. I'm going to change the battery on the Skydio 2, and we're going to take off again. So just for the fun of it, let's go take a look at some of the settings here. So I'm going to leave the height floor on because I want it up there high enough. Gimbal sensitivity at 10%. Flight sensitivity I'm leaving at default. I haven't found anything there. Phone, I'm at default with the controller, so we're good to go there. Just wanted to show that to you guys and refresh my own memory. I hadn't looked at it in a while. But anyway, let's go ahead and take off. So holding the takeoff circle now. And there it is. We drop the gimbal here a little, and let's bring the drone down just a little. I'm staring right into the sun, so excuse me here. Put the gimbal back up. I can see I need to straighten my hat out a little. Okay, so we're going to do the drone is right in front of me. We're going to do a reverse droney here, manual, back and up. So backwards and up. Although, as you can see, we don't have to go up too far. We'll just go straight back. Is this place amazing or what? I'm telling you. Get a little more height. Let's see if we can back it out far enough there across the canyon that we can get the Snake River in view. And then we'll bring it back. I'm going to hit the turbo button. So, ooh, that really messed with the gimbal. So I can tell you, don't hit the turbo button in reverse because it throws that gimbal into a conniption fit. It didn't like that at all. Okay, I'm going to drop the gimbal down here so you guys can see the river. We're at a full stop and a hover. So we're at 970 feet. Wow, the gimbal's kind of going nuts here. I don't know what that is. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know what, guys. I'm bringing her back. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Gimbal's going a little wacko on me there. There, looks like we got it back. Yeah, that was pretty weird. So that started when I was reversing. So I can physically see the drone. So there's no, you know, in case somebody thought that was a bird or something. Nah, there's no bird or anything. Because like I said, I've got physical eyes on the drone, so. It is fascinating watching it. Let's bring our height down a little bit. Not many other drones you do that with. I hit the turbo button there. So clearly when I was in full reverse and I hit that turbo boost, the gimbal could not cope with it. And it kind of threw it off a little bit. But let's bring the drone back to us. And I hear an aircraft, so I want to be paying attention to that too. But trust me, we're low enough right now that if there was an aircraft near us, he'd have a lot bigger problems than this little drone. Okay, so we're going to go into follow mode now. I'm going to try orbit, and let's see if we can get this baby just to orbit me. I don't think you can see me very well here. There, it's got me. So I'm going to hit the plus. Well, I thought I was going to hit the plus. Well, for some reason it doesn't like it. There we go. So let's raise the height a little. And that aircraft is coming back down the canyon, but we're way away from him. So I'm trying to move it a little further away from me. And you guys are gonna watch me pack up, and we're gonna head back here. Yeah, so I've got eyes on 2 aircraft, and they are way up high. The thing you gotta remember is when it's a good day for us to fly, it's a good day for manned aircraft to fly too. Okay, so you're going to see me trying to hold the GoPro and hold the controller and do everything at once, so might get a little crazy here. All right, guys, let's head back to the car. So, this is a little nuts trying to hold all this stuff. Oh, it says it lost subject. There we go. So as you can see, the terrain here varies. So the drone is having to adjust itself for the terrain. And I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, but I'm surrounded by those little midges. But it's fun to watch the drone adjust its height. So let's see if we can increase the distance from us here. So that brings us closer, I think. Yeah, so I'm trying to put it high or further out. That's where, so I seem to be able to do it on the screen. I'm trying to hold everything and do this at the same time. Now let's increase height. Okay. Just thought you might find that interesting. We're down to 50% battery. So I guess I better quit messing around and get back to the truck. Man, I'm just surrounded by these midges. And I just didn't think this time of year, and as cold as it is, they would be out. I'm sure there's a lot of birds that are feasting on these little guys. But I can tell you they're annoying. They get in your nose and your ears. And by the way, the drone is covered with midge guts too, because when we landed it that last time, it was right through a cloud of them. So you're going to see a little gazebo here. And what I think they do there is presentations. So I'm pretty sure they bring out birds of prey from the Birds of Prey Center and do demonstrations for people. So I don't know, I'm sure the camera's probably picking up. There's all kinds of raptors out here. And they feed on, I don't know, we call them whistle pigs, but they're little squirrels. Good feeding ground for them. Kind of interesting just having the drone follow me back to the car. Don't have to carry it and have it circle the whole time. So I don't know. We'll have to see what this looks like on the video, but it may just make you dizzy. I don't know. In fact, what I should have done, I slowed down the circle there. Probably should have done that in the first place. Probably circling too fast. So this is the parking lot. I urge you to come out here sometime. It's a pretty cool place to be if you're in Idaho or close by. It's called Dedication Point. Okay, let me set my tripod back up here real quick. Set the controller down for a second. We'll just let it circle us there. So I see it stopped circling, so I assume it lost me. Yeah, it lost me. That's all right. Yeah, we're good. Just brought the Hero 8 today instead of the, you guys, I usually have the Canon M50. something wasn't right there. So what's it doing? Oh, it found me. It found me and lost me again. That's all right. We're going to stop following. And let's, well, we're down to 23% battery, so we haven't got much time here. Okay, we're going to do a quick droning off this direction. There's motion at my front door. I turned my wireless back on the phone. So this kind of gives you the big picture. Okay, we're getting down to 18%. I don't want it to go into return to home, and because we took off there by the edge, so let's bring it back. And I'm going to turn the camera around here. Drop some altitude. Okay, let's see if we can land this baby. Well, we had a successful landing. I wasn't ready for that. The last time that I did that, it had me push another button before it would land. So maybe it's because I already had my hand under it. But anyway, I had intended to hand catch that, but as soon as I hit that land button, it just came right down. So I suspect that the difference was I did not have already have my hand under it this time. So anyway, good to know. Okay guys, I guess that's about it. Gosh, I'm feeling like that was a pretty successful flight. We took the Skydio 2, we took it out over the canyon, and kind of trying to prove that, yeah, it can do pretty good cinematically. So we'll take a look at the video when we get back, but I'm quite sure it's going to be nice. I've always seen really good, vivid colors out of this guy. We shot 4K at 60 frames per second. A couple of things worth mentioning is that it did, when I was going backwards out over the canyon on the second battery, I hit the boost button and it threw the gimbal into a little bit of a tizzy. It went out of control, and so then even when I started hovering, it took a while for the gimbal to recover. You guys, I'll leave that in the video so you can see it, but it did. So I'm just going to say that's something you need to be aware of. As long as you're reversing in normal speed, it's fine. But if you hit that turbo button in reverse, you're going to get some weird stuff with the gimbal. Then as far as range, we did fly it out of range here. And I will say that the direction that I was pointing, the rise of the land blocked my controller somewhat from the drone. Had I been on top of that next hill, I think it probably would have gone farther. But even at that, we went 0.8 of a mile with no modifications, nothing weird on the controller, just the controller stock. So that's as far or a little farther than like the Hubsan Zeno, the original Hubsan Zeno will go, over 1 kilometer. So I'm saying that's acceptable to me. It's not often that you need to fly farther than that. So I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, had I been on top of that next rise, I'm quite sure it would have gone farther. And the drone immediately went into return to home. And as soon as it got close enough, we got FPV back, and I was able to cancel that and fly it around a little more. And then the second battery, I hope that, well, we'll just have to see how that looks when I get home. But I had it doing an orbit around me as I'm walking back. And in hindsight, I think it was orbiting a little bit too fast. Had I slowed down that orbit, it probably would have been a little better. But honestly, I kind of just wanted to show you what the territory around here looks like. So I don't know how much of that I'll leave in or edit out or whatever. You will have known by now. So in any case, gosh, that's about it. Had just a ton of fun with this guy today. It's just a really, really cool drone. And yeah, I mean, would I have felt comfortable? I'm just trying to think. Would I have felt comfortable with the Mavic 2 Zoom doing that follow me circle on the way back? You know, I probably would have, because I think it probably would have done that just fine. But this guy gives you a lot of confidence, even flying around in the canyon. I knew that there's no way I'm going to inadvertently back into the canyon wall or something because of the obstacle avoidance. So yeah, I'm going to shut up and we'll end this thing. But hey, this is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video, and we will see you on the next one. We'll definitely do some more with the Skydio 2, the Mavic Mini. I've got I haven't flown the Mavic 2 Zoom for a while, so we're due to get that thing out. So anyway, more to come, and as you can see, the weather's getting better and it's time to fly. All right, see you on the next one.